Computer virus. One of the biggest threats to computers is viruses. Viruses are malicious programs designed entirely for destruction and havoc. Computer viruses like to play a game called hide and destroy. Out of the blue, weird and frustrating things start happening. Word processing files flash on the screen with fonts you did not pick or words you did not type. Most viruses are annoying but ultimately harmless. Some, however, can destroy your data completely. A computer virus is a program designed to spread itself by first infecting executable files or the system areas of hard and floppy disks, and then making copies of themselves. Viruses usually operate without the knowledge or desire of the computer user. To protect your important files, you need to install an antivirus software in your computer. Viruses are created by people who either know a lot about programming or know a lot about computers. Once the virus is made, it will generally be distributed through pirated software, email, or other various ways of transporting data. Once the virus infects someone's computer, it will either start infecting other data, destroying data, overwriting data, or corrupting software. The reason that these programs are called viruses is because they spread like human viruses. Once your computer has become infected either by downloading something from the internet or sharing software, any disk or writable media that you placed into the computer will then be infected. When that disk is put into another computer, that computer gets infected. And then, if that person puts files on the internet from where hundreds of people download that file, they all get infected, and the process continues infecting thousands of computers. Inside a computer virus. Computer virus is a little program written by people who get some kind of pleasure knowing their skill in coding that can unleash chaos and destruction. Computer viruses fall into one of three categories: boot sector, file infections, and application-specific macroviruses designed to do goofy things to word processing, spreadsheet, and general programs. Computers need specific instructions to wake up and figure out who they are and what resources they have to work with, such as the type of brain, size of the hard disk, and where to find everything. This boot up information can be found on floppies or pen drives or on the hard disk. A boot sector virus, sector being the area on a floppy or hard disk where this vital information resides, corrupts the wake-up call and sends your computer into partial oatmeal. File infections attack the operating system and any program that does work, such as a word processor, game or spreadsheet. They hunt down and mess up files with .exe, .com, .sys, .bin and .ovl extensions. Of the macro viruses out there, today the top 10 list includes nasty villains designed to infect Microsoft Word and Excel files for Windows systems. The infamous Prank macro virus, for example, forces all files created in Microsoft Word to become template files that can only be stored in the template directory of the word processor. Since virus code must be executed to have any effect, files that the computer treats as pure data are safe. This includes graphics and sound files such as .gif, .jpg, .mp3, .wav, etc., as well as plain text in .txt files. For example, just viewing picture files won't infect your computer with a virus. The virus code has to be in a form, such as a .exe program file or a word.doc file that the computer will actually try to execute. How do viruses spread? The majority of viruses are contracted by floppies or pen drives by bringing information from a source and then putting it into your computer. Viruses can infect disks, and when that disk is put into your computer will then become infected with that virus. Other viruses are contracted by email attachments and over the internet. This means that you received an email with an attached file and opened the file or downloaded a file over the internet. When you execute a program code that is infected by a virus, the virus code will also run and try to infect other programs, either on the same computer or on other computers connected to it over a network. And the newly infected programs will try to infect yet more programs. Trojan Horse Program. It is a type of program that is often confused with viruses in a Trojan Horse program. This is not a virus, but simply a program which is often harmful that pretends to be something else. For example, you might download what you think is a new game, but when you run it, it deletes files in your hard drive. Or the next time you start the game, the program emails your saved passwords to another person. Simply downloading a file to your computer will not activate a virus or Trojan horse. You have to execute the code in the file to trigger it. This could mean running a program file or opening a Word or Excel document in a program such as Word or Excel that can execute any macros in the document. Your computer can be infected even if files are just copied. Because some viruses are memory resident, as soon as a diskette or program is loaded into memory, the virus then attaches itself into memory. Can be polymorphic. Some viruses have the capability of modifying their code, which means one virus could have various amounts of similar variants. Can be memory or non-memory resident. Depending on the virus, it can be memory resident virus, which first attaches itself into memory and then infects the computer. The virus can also be non-memory resident, which means a program must be run in order to infect the computer. Can be a stealth virus. Stealth virus will first attach itself to files on the computer and then attack the computer. This causes the virus to spread more rapidly. Viruses can carry other viruses and infect that system and also infect with other viruses as well. Because viruses are generally written by different individuals and do not infect the same locations of memories and/or files, this could mean multiple viruses can be stored in one file, diskette or computer. Can make the system never show outward signs. Some viruses will hide the changes made, such as when infecting a file, the file will stay the same size. Can stay on the computer even if the computer is formatted. Viruses have the capability of infecting different portions of the computer, such as the CMOS battery or master. How viruses may affect files. Viruses can affect any file. However, they usually attack .com, .exe, .sys, .bin, .pif or any data files. It can increase the file size. However, this can be hidden with more sophisticated viruses. It can delete files as the file is run. Because most files are loaded into memory and then run once the program is in memory, the virus can delete the file. It can corrupt files randomly. Some destructive viruses are not designed to destroy random data, but instead randomly delete or corrupt files. It can cause write protect errors when executing .exe files from a write protected disk. Viruses may need to write themselves to files which are executed because of this. If a diskette is write protected, you may receive a write protection error. It can convert .exe files to .com files. Viruses may use a separate file to run the program and rename the original file to another extension. So, the exe is run before the COM. It can reboot the computer when a file is run. Various viruses may be designed to reboot the computer when run. What viruses may do. Viruses are software programs and they can do the same things as any other programs running on a computer. The actual effect of any particular virus depends on how it was programmed by the person who wrote the virus. Note that viruses cannot do any damage to hardware. They will not melt down your CPU, burn out your hard drive, cause your monitor to explode, etc. Warnings about viruses that will physically destroy your computer are usually hoaxes, not legitimate virus warnings. The following are possibilities you may experience when your computer is infected with a virus. Remember that you may also be experiencing any of the following issues and not have a virus. Deleted files. Various messages in files or on programs. Changes volume label. Randomly overwrite sectors on the hard disk. Causes cross-linked files. Causes a sector not found error. Causes the system to run slow. A directory may be displayed as garbage. Causes hardware problems such as keyboard keys not working, etc. Causes keyboard keys to be remapped. Alters the system time and date. Causes system to hang or freeze randomly. Causes activity on HDD or FDD randomly. Increases file size. Increases or decreases memory size. Once the hard drive is infected, any disk that is not write protected that is accessed can be infected. Macroviruses. Macroviruses are becoming a big threat to the computer community. A macrovirus is a virus designed in a word processor which is just a macro designed to destroy, corrupt, infect, erase or delete files or data on the hard disk drive. These viruses are fast becoming a threat because they are so easily created and capable of transmitting extremely fast, and with a lot of older virus scanners are not being able to detect them. These are growing fast. There are now over 1,000 different macroviruses. Because these are becoming such a threat, virus companies are becoming aware of this, and with new virus scanners are also having the capability of scanning for macroviruses. Few tips to keep your computer virus free. Here is a simple 6-step plan to keep your computers healthy and virus free. Step 1. Buy and install a virus scanner program. Virus scanning program like McAfee's Antivirus Scan or Technology's Macrovirus Track 6.0 or Thunderbyte's antivirus utilities can search and destroy viruses daily, weekly, or every single time you turn on a system. Step 2. Scan all visiting floppies or pen drives or files downloaded from the internet. Never admit foreign floppies or pen drives or files into your hard disk without first sending them through the virus scanner's examining room for a complete screening. Step 3. Remove floppies from a computer before starting or rebooting. Some viruses like to hide on your hard disk waiting for a floppy to hitch a ride on. They may never do anything to the host computer, which is a clever way of hiding from the user, but they do their dirty tricks exclusively from floppy carriers. If you start a computer using an infected floppy, the virus may turn around and strike the host. Step 4. Keep your virus scanner up to date. Virus outlaws never sleep. New infections pop up every day. Registered users of a commercial virus program can usually go to the website of the company that produces the product and download updates with new white blood cells designed for the latest diseases. Step 5. Do regular backups. Some viruses and Trojan horse programs will erase or corrupt files on your hard drive, and a recent backup may be the only way to recover your data. Step 6. In addition to scanning for viruses on a regular basis, install an on-access scanner, which is included in most good antivirus software packages, and configure it to start automatically each time you boot your system. This will protect your system by checking for viruses each time your computer accesses an executable file. The bottom line: it takes time and discipline to fight viruses. It is like flossing and brushing your teeth. Once you make the process a part of your daily routine, your computer will stay healthy and productive.
End of chapter. Click here to go to the